Today we are looking at Bellighul, Master of Pain. So Bellighul is a mercenary, works for Khymaera. That's the reason why I have purchased him. It feels like a tax almost on Khymaera, I'm not gonna lie. He's 4 points. He does a few different things, but the main reason you bring him is for enrage. The Khymaera beasts feel a little pillow-fisted. Their POW is not super great natively. Now, they have spells, they have buffs, they have debuffs, and they have Bellighul. So once you stack everything on them, you can get to pretty ridiculous POW. But to start with, they are not super great. Let's take a look at them here. So Bellighul, as I understand it, is the only surviving, well, I guess that's not correct. Scorn is no longer a faction in current MK4 Warmachine. As in, this is the way they describe all the old factions. They say they're still around. There's still people. They're just not a major player, a major super powerful faction in the current MK4 lore. And you can still play Scorn in the legacy armies if you like. But Bellighul, this guy is the only current, we'll say, Scorn model in MK4 Warmachine. And Scorn had the Beast Handlers, that's essentially what he is. He has condition, he has inflict pain, so he can heal beasts, he can put focus of fury on or off of them. The important thing is, for me in this instance, is enrage, because I want that sweet, sweet +2 POW. Pretty cool model. Hang tight, I'll bring up his card and we'll go over the whole card. Alright, let's take a look at Bellighul, the Master of Pain. He only works for Shadowflame Shard currently. Most mercenaries work for at least 2 factions, so maybe he'll be added to somebody, maybe not. Currently, just the Shadowflame Shard. He has Stealth, he has Pathfinder, Speed 6, Mat 7, Defense 14, Arm 12, 5 hit points. This guy is going to die as soon as anything looks at him. If he's close enough to be touched, Stealth isn't going to save him. And if anybody can ignore Stealth, all they have to do is look at him and he's gone. So, anatomical precision. If he fails to exceed the arm of a living model, he can make them suffer a damage point. A model disabled by this model cannot make a tough roll. He has condition with an action, range 6. Target friendly war beast. If the war beast is in range, you can place 1 fury point on it or remove 1 fury point from it. He has enrage, which is only range 3. Target friendly war beast. If it is in range, it gets +2 to melee attack damage rolls for 1 turn. He has medicate, range 1. D3 +1 heal on a living war beast. And then he has reposition, which is cute. I mean, he can walk up to get in range of enrage and then repo back a little bit, at least to stealth range maybe, to get back into safety. He has barbed whip. It is weapon master and a chain weapon, range 2, POW 8, but it has inflict pain. When it hits war beast with this weapon, you can place a fury or remove a fury. I don't know. Inflict pain seems like a massive trap. This guy doesn't want to be anywhere close to an enemy war beast because they will just one-shot him, no problem. It is weapon master, but it's only POW 8. You know, I don't know. I say it's a trap. I appreciate the fact that he even has a melee option. You know, like the Conjurer in the Shadowflame Shard has no melee option, and it sucks hard. So, at least he has the option. He can make charges. You know, he's not completely helpless. He can engage people at least. Weapon Master, I don't know. You could get lucky and spike some damage and you know, maybe take out a solo somewhere. But really, for the Shadowflame Shard, we want him for enrage. Our beast, I'm looking at you, Drakion. Super pillow fisted. He has trash and he auto smites, but if it's against an opponent who can't be knocked down, well, he's only swinging with PAL 13, no trash activated, and you know, he's not killing nothing with that. So Shadowflame Shard has lots of debuffs and buffs and ways to boost the PAL, and you pretty much have to bring Bellighul for enrage for this purpose. Seems to be in my experience anyway. The spell rack, especially, so looking at Khyrax, he only has 2 spell rack options, and there's a lot of good spells, so it's really hard to make that decision. But you pay 4 points and you bring in Rage, and then you don't necessarily need the arm debuff that he brings. Or you can get that also, and then, you know, just go to town. But yeah, that's Bellighul. I'm bringing him for the Enrage, and that's pretty much it. Thankfully, he's only 4 points.